And welcome back to the final morning show of the World Cup here in Doha. I'm joined as ever by KJ.
What's up?
Yeah, good. I mean, it's the final today.
You enjoyed it, first of all. You enjoyed yesterday. Obviously, birthday settings.
I had a nice birthday. I kind of had what I would call half a day off.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was nice. Went to the mall, went and got food, a few cocktails. Nice early night. It was good.
Yeah, nice.
It was good. Enjoyed myself. I'm old now. I'm 37, so no partying for me.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I had a good time.
While you was out doing that, I was in the fun park watching the game, and then Sean Paul, comes out, got to watch him perform for like hour and a half. So it wasn't like a 2 minute, 2 songs and dip.
Yeah,
like, he was there, he performed.
Doing his thing. That was good, man. I see it. And they really put on a show here in Qatar. I mean, everywhere you go, it's almost... I went to an event the other night with Jess, and the first half an hour was very cultural, very sort of based on sort of the culture here in Qatar. And then they brought us all through to this big open area where there was a massive stage, and they had singers and they had DJs, open bar. And we thought, everyone queued for food. You thought, we better get it now. There won't be none left. Like, the food was stacked all night. Like, there's no expense spared over here. So, yeah, very, very good for that sort of stuff. But the end of the World Cup, and, of course, the finals today, we're going to be previewing that on this show. We want to know in the comment section what you think and feel. Of course, a big shout out to Hitch, our title sponsors of this morning's show for the whole of the World Cup. We'll be using their app to do the final prediction, so join in with us by downloading it right now. Scan the QR code or click on the link in the description below. Before we get into the World Cup, though, we know the Premier League is a week away.
It's coming back.
A week today. I think Boxing Day will be a week till Christmas, so it's just over a week until the Premier League returns. And everybody's getting excited. The transfer window is like 10 days away. It's kind of weird how quickly this now is going to come around. But big news this morning. Huge news this morning. Liverpool are feeling confident of signing Jude Bellingham. Now, we saw that Jude Bellingham had this brilliant World Cup. One of the stars. I think he's in the top 2, top 3 players in terms of young players at the tournament. He's in and around most people's top individual performers at this World Cup. Yeah. It's now claimed that Man City, reliable sources are telling us that Manchester City are going to enter the race and put £100 million down to challenge Liverpool for the signing of Jude Bellingham. Talk to me, KJ.
I told you when we spoke about this earlier when we got here that it's not just going to be a one and done with Liverpool, that this will go into the summer, this will be competition, and Man City and Real Madrid will be the 2 main teams to try and challenge Liverpool to get this signing. And why wouldn't Man City go for it? They've got a midfield that is aging. Obviously, a lot of their players are coming out of their primes now and starting to get on. Pep needs to revamp certain little areas, and Jude Bellingham would be the perfect signing for that midfield to give that something different, something younger, something fresher to boost that Manchester City midfield. And again, go look to dominate for more and more years than they already have as well. So it's a smart investment, and I don't see why Jude Bellingham would say no. You know what I mean? Like, it is a club that he would say hands down yes to. Like, I think Real Madrid and Man City right now are the 2 clubs in the world that when they come knocking, it is hard to say no. And when you got the choice of those 2 plus a Liverpool who are looking like they're gonna bounce back, he's got the world at his feet now, and he can just take his time, relax, and choose the best club that he finds for him personally. And I think if I was Jude Bellingham, I'd actually try and go for Real Madrid, stay away from England. We've seen what they do to young players. You've seen what they do, the pressure they put on them when they come over, especially after they've been away. So be in Real Madrid for a bit, boost your quality again, and then when you're in your late 20s, you can come back to England as the guy.
Yeah, look, listen, I think Liverpool have got a great chance. Real Madrid have got a great chance. But Man City right now are the pinnacle. And they're the pinnacle because we don't know what Liverpool's new owners will look like. But City will spend, they develop youth, they have an amazing manager, and they are continually competitive every single year. As great as Liverpool have been, and in the last 5 years, Liverpool have had a period where they were the best team in the world. Liverpool haven't consistently competed every year.
Yeah.
They've had years within that where they've dropped off a little bit. Man City don't go through that.
Yeah.
And I think that if City come in, they put that 100 mil down and say, we want to build the future of the midfield around you, I think it's going to be hard for Liverpool. Yes, they've got the likes of, James Milner and not James Milner, sorry, Jordan Henderson and co. doing all the agent work behind the scenes. But don't get it twisted. It'll be friendly with City players as well.
Yeah.
And that'll play a factor. But what we know is this. Jude Bellingham hasn't made his mind up yet. He isn't going to start even thinking about his move until later on in the year. He's now assessing who wants me the most, where's the best place for me, what do the future projects look like. Liverpool's new owners will be a factor, though. And if Liverpool get owners that want to start behaving like City's owners, so run the club well like they currently do, but spend that big money, that will be a massive factor. But viewers, what do you think? Where do you believe Jude Bellingham is going to go? Brilliant World Cup for him here in Doha. City and Liverpool seemingly the front runners for him. Now, a player that Man United are heavily linked with, Cody Gakpo. It was reported day before yesterday, that United were leading the race. It was reported that Liverpool were interested, but he'd probably pick Man United due to the fact that there is an open slot in that attacking roster where Liverpool is kind of full. They've just signed Darwin Núñez. They've got Luis Diaz and, of course, Mohamed Salah. Arsenal Football Club, though, have now been linked. This comes off the back of Ruud van Nistelrooy essentially confirming to the press that he expects the player to leave. It's going to be hard to keep him. But Arsenal Football Club are now reportedly in the race to bring in Gakpo. They've scouted him before. They were linked to Gakpo before Man United.
That is true.
And this is what's got to be remembered about this. He's a long-term target of Mikel Arteta's. The reports are now suggesting that they've been really impressed with him over the course of the World Cup.
Yep.
They were really impressed with how he performed against them in the Europa League. And Arsenal could now be coming in to try and hijack Man United for Gakpo. What's your feelings towards that?
I'm not going to deny Arsenal's interest because it's been well documented that it's there. I personally believe that this might be a backup because I feel Mudryk is the guy that they want to sign and the player they're going for. Then they've also got João Felix, who is hotly sought after by a load of teams right now, including Arsenal. I think Gakpo is someone that Arsenal could easily get, but on the priority list, it's probably lower down, and they're just doing no groundwork. So just in case Mudryk falls through, or they can't get someone like João Felix, that they can say, yeah, okay, cool, we'll line him up, we'll bring him in, and we'll go from there. I do believe and think and feel that he will end up being a Man United player for the main reasons of Ten Hag, the agency, they both have the same agent, and him wanting to play for Ten Hag and Manchester United. So I feel like Arsenal are in the race, but they're taking their time with the deal, personally.
Yeah, look, I mean, there is serious... What we know is there's serious interest from Arsenal. It just went quiet. I think the Gabriel Jesus injury is really interesting because it isn't just one journalist. Multiple journalists now are kind of warming Arsenal fans up to the idea that the Cronkies, Edu, Arteta are now changing their stance slightly in relation to what type of player they want to bring in. The day or so after the injury, it was, we're not going to deviate, stick to the plan, Jesus will be back. But there are loose reports it could take more than 3 months to get him back. It will definitely take more than 3 months to get him back to match fitness.
Yeah.
Even if he returns to playing football after 3 months, it might take, fly on there, 4 months. It might take 4 months to get him back sharp.
Yeah.
4 months from now brings us to April. That gives you 6 weeks, a remainder of the season. They need something else, and they needed more backup anyway. We saw Eddie Nketiah last night in the friendly. I did have to endure watching that friendly on my birthday.
Yeah, boy, please, let's stop this, Foster. He loved it. He loved watching Arsenal pre-season. I already knew. I could see this big smile on his face watching that game.
Yeah, I had to sit there and watch some of that on my birthday. It was fun. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, he missed a terrible chance. Eddie Nketiah. Have you seen it?
No.
You haven't seen it?
No, because I don't pay attention to pre-season.
I swear you sent it to me.
No, it wasn't me.
Who sent it to me then?
There was someone in the group chat, but I have not. I didn't even know Arsenal were playing until this morning.
Who put it in the group chat? Someone put it in the group chat. Oh, no, you're right. Sorry, it was Neeks. It was Neeks.
Oh, yeah, Neeks would definitely do that.
It was Neeks. It was you. Sorry. And look, Arsenal know they need better than Eddie Nketiah. I know a lot of Gooners like to defend him. I know a lot of Gooners say give him a run of games. Eddie Nketiah is good. but he isn't good enough to win you a title. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Arsenal look at someone like Gakpo. He's had a brilliant World Cup, as you say. He's been on their radar longer than Man United have been focused on him. Our focus really changed when Ten Hag came in.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised. It doesn't mean they won't get Mudryk. I think that you might find, and this is something Arsenal fans were asking for, and it's right to ask for this. Let's not wait until the summer to spend this money. Let's spend it now, if we can, on proper targets, because we could win the Premier League. And it isn't to say they won't challenge next year, but you're 5 points clear. This is the best opportunity of Arsenal have had at winning a Premier League title in maybe 18 years.
Yeah.
To be this clear at this point with 2 or 3 of their major targets available in the January. This isn't, we just need a body. Let's go and spend 50 million on someone that we didn't really want. Gakpo has been a high priority. Tillemans has been a high priority. We know how long they've been looking at Mudryk now. They could theoretically bring all 3 of those players in, move some money from the summer back to now. They're going to be in the Champions League. I just don't see it being impossible for them to do this. No. But Arsenal fans, what do you make of this Gakpo to Arsenal? Could you hijack Manchester United and, of course, Liverpool that are looking at him? We want your comments below. Now, make sure like buttons are being smashed and that you're subscribing to the Football Terrace. Now, before we preview the final and give you our thoughts on the FIFA World Cup final today, where history will be made, I want to ask you, KJ, what's been your favourite moment of the tournament?
Ooh, this tournament's been lit. I'm not going to lie. This tournament has been so much fun. So many underdog stories. One of my favourite teams this year was Japan. Absolutely loved the way that they played. I loved the goals that they scored. The players they had was great to see. Like I loved how Matoma would come on and make an impact. So Japan, one of my favourite and one of my highlights this tournament. I think though my favourite moment, especially being here as well, when Portugal knocked out by Morocco, when Morocco beat Portugal, my lord, the scenes, the vibes were mad. Being at the Alfred Mama, like just across the way, was great. And obviously the fan cams, the fan reaction that we got for the Football Terrace.
Well, there's the very famous one, this one here.
Assalamu alaikum.
Love that one.
I know.
Love that one.
Yeah, I mean, that was an amazing moment, and I get that. It's really difficult. Like, I'm going to kind of split it into 2. Being here in Doha, my favourite moment, again, it was Morocco, Portugal. It was the aftermath as well. I was in by the media centre, and the city came to a standstill, and you saw people in tears. You saw people celebrating. It was just one of the most beautiful, exhilarating, and exciting experiences of my life. It was amazing. It's kind of why I was gutted. I wanted France to win the other day because I wanted this final. And we'll get to that later. Yeah. But I was disappointed to not have another moment of that celebration with the Moroccans. Aside from that, England beating Senegal was really special.
You think? Oh, okay.
For me, I mean, it was one of our best. You kind of forget about these things because you get knocked out later on down the line. But it was one of our best ever knockout performances. It was the first time we scored 3 or more goals in a knockout game in since before I was born. So in over 37 years. It was one of our top 2, top 3 wins in knockout football at any stage, at any competition that we've ever been in our history. And I think that maybe, just maybe, we didn't, as the English, take as much stock in that. And, of course, there are other great moments. Saudi Arabia beating Argentina
was amazing.
Was a thing of beauty. Japan's comeback against Spain and Germany was out of this world. You know, that final game where you had Germany at one point losing to Costa Rica, Spain, and you just thought, could Spain and Germany both go out?
Ghana's games were amazing. Cameroon, Serbia, there
were so many great games. But again, my favourite 2, one is very biased. It was England beating Senegal the way we did to get into that quarter final. And then the experience of it, the celebrations after Morocco beat Portugal, I agree with you, were just so amazing. To a point where the city came to a standstill. I've never seen a whole city come to a standstill because of a football match. So it was brilliant to see. Viewers, we'd love to know your favourite moments, your favourite memories of this World Cup so far. In terms of today,
the big one.
History can be made. I don't know if people have deeped this. France could become the first team in nearly 100 years, European team in 100 years, to win back-to-back World Cups, and only the 3rd team in history. But Messi could complete the set. Messi could complete. We know he's won domestic trophies, league titles, Champions Leagues. He's won the Copa America. The only thing that's ever eluded him, World Cup Championship, he's won everything.
Yeah.
Super Cups. The only thing that's eluded him has been the World Cup. So we will see history today.
Yeah, no matter what.
And I'm not just every game is history, if you're going to be pedantic about it, but genuine, bona fide history. Messi completing the set and probably being crowned the GOAT of all time.
Yeah, no question.
Or this France team becomes one of the greatest international sides of all time.
Yeah.
Mbappe wins 2 on the bounce. Varane moves into another echelon of legend by winning 2 on the bounce, along with a number of other players, Olivier Giroud, etc.
Yeah, Griezmann.
How do you see this game going, KJ?
Ooh, it's gonna be close because both teams play with grit, determination. Both teams don't mind not having the ball. So it's going to be really intriguing to see who takes the impetus, who's the one on the front foot. I actually believe that's going to be Argentina because I think there's a lot more riding on this for them than there is for France. Like, France have got a team, they've been there, done it before, experienced. They know what to do, what it takes. Whereas Argentina, they haven't been here for, 8 years now, since 2014. A lot of it is to do with Messi, but also we've got to remember as well about Maradona as well, may he rest in peace. Bringing this home for Messi and Maradona in the same year, I think will go down as one of Argentina's greatest moments ever in their history. And with that pressure becomes the chance to crumble. And I think France's composure, their recent experience, I believe will get them through. And I would love to see Messi win the World Cup. You know what I mean? Just to complete it. I would love to see that kind of vibe. But I believe, and I'm going to show you the shirt here from Give Me Sport. I believe this man right here, he's going to do some real damage today. When Argentina are on the attack, France will get the ball back, and Mbappe will do what Mbappe does.
Absolutely. By the way, those Mbappe shirts are available with Give Me Sport, link in the description now, so get buying. Today is the game of legends. Today is so exciting because, as we say, we're going to see Messi complete the set or Mbappe, who is still, by the way, only in his early 20s, could conceivably go on to play in his mid-30s. Win 2 back-to-back World Cups. He's already got multiple league titles and domestic trophies. His goal-scoring record is phenomenal. He will move to one of the big leagues soon, and he'll win titles there. He theoretically only has to win a Euros, which is highly likely with his French team, and the Champions League. This kid, in the next 3 years, could complete the set.
Yeah.
And then he has the rest of his career to keep adding to that. Like, I wouldn't put it beyond him to win a 3rd World Cup and match Pele in the future.
Yeah.
So winning them back to back gives him that foundation and base to be able to do it. So I'm in 2 minds over who I want to win, because would I love to see somebody do what Pele did and win 3? Yes.
Yeah.
You never know, 4 maybe, but 3. Everyone knows what I believe creates true legacy in the game, and it's what you win. Your goal scoring records, your Ballon d'Ors, you know, the records that you create along the way, they are all supplementary. In the sense of when you go out for dinner, you can order, you know, a side of nachos, you can order a side of slaw, you can order some mac and cheese. But your main, with that steak that comes out, the steak is it. The steak is the main meal, and everything else is a side dish. So for me, the Ballon d'Ors and the records and the goal score and everything else, they are side dishes to what did you win.
Yeah.
And when I say what did you win, I'm going to have to say this for the people in the back who will go, but Luke Chadwick won Premier Leagues. We're talking about players that were decisive in that, where without them it would have been nigh on impossible. And Mbappe is one of those players. I want Mbappe to do it maybe a little bit more than Messi, because I also think that Mbappe is being very disrespected at the moment.
Yeah.
Kylian Mbappe, I keep seeing people say he's a tap and run merchant. And for me, do you want to know why we know that's nonsense? I'm just going to say one guy's name, Adama Traore.
Yeah.
Adama Traore is a pace merchant.
Yeah.
To put Kylian Mbappe anywhere near Adama Traore by calling him a tap and run, a pace merchant, is a nonsense. The finishing ability of Mbappe
He's insane.
is ridiculous, and it's the hardest thing to do in football. The way he scores goals, the accuracy of his shooting, the consistency of his ability to score, is the hardest skill in football. It is harder than a drag back, harder than a Cruyff turn, harder than a step over. How do I know this? We went out in Doha, and the content's coming out soon, and filmed so many people that had great touches, great skills, great tricks, great flicks. None of them are pro footballers. Mm-hmm. That kind of thing is great if you can add it into your game. By the way, if Messi did everything he does, but didn't have all those goals, he wouldn't be Messi.
Yeah.
So I get that Mbappe can't do certain things with the ball that Messi can. And no one's claiming, by the way, that Mbappe is better than Messi. I think at the same age, Messi is better than him.
Messi's still better than him.
But that doesn't. But this is the problem. We're not gonna get another Messi maybe for 40, 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
You're still going to have somebody else that's going to be the best player in the world when he's not there. We haven't had, in my opinion, a heavyweight boxer as good as Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson since they both passed their best. But it doesn't mean there isn't someone right now who's the best in the world.
Yeah.
And you still got to celebrate that. And I think Mbappe is becoming underrated.
Yeah.
Even though he's delivering, because he doesn't tick certain boxes on a football pitch. So I'd love to see him win today so that he can just have this back-to-back title-winning legacy. And if he scores as well, to be a pivotal player in 2 finals at his age, in the modern era, is unprecedented.
Yeah.
The only other person that's done that is Pele. Mm-hmm. And Pele is Pele, yes, for the amount of goals, but for what he bloody won.
Yeah.
And I will not allow football to be changed into...
I might just leave because man's just ranting at this point.
No, it's true. I'm not allowing football to become just about stats or just about how good the skills look on the eye. They're a part of it. It's about what you win.
Yeah.
I'm going to quote, I've never done this before, I'm quoting Graham Souness. Put your medals on the table. Put your medals on the table. And Mbappe today, I think he's going back to back, bro.
You think he's going back to back?
Yep.
I also think he's going back to back. And whoever wins this, Terry, I think will get player of the tournament. Even though I actually think no matter what happens, Messi should win a player of the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would give it to Messi because
Yeah.
I think actually in the quarterfinals and semi-finals, Mbappe was quite quiet. He had a great bit of skill that set up the second goal. I mean, England kept him quiet. Messi's been pivotal in each of those knockout games, most of the group games as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would probably give it to him. But who would you guys pick as your player of the tournament? I want to know. Now,
let's fill it out, Terry. Let's fill it out.
Let's fill it out here with Hitch.
The prediction.
Do you know what? There's over 1.3 million coins available if you get this right. 1.3 million. You can transfer that all into real money as well. So let's do this. Who's winning in regular time, extra time, or penalties? We're going with France.
Oh, we're going with France in...
I want to say extra time.
Yeah, extra time.
Extra time, because extra time, right?
Yeah.
Although I don't want us going on too late. We've got to get to the airport after.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Who's winning at halftime?
I say Argentina.
Argentina at halftime. Woo.
Yeah.
Okay, remember, guys, join in with us. Get yours done now and let us know what you picked. Regular time result will be a draw because we're saying extra time.
Yeah.
The minute of the first goal, I'll give this one to you, Cage.
Ooh, late in the first half, 30 onwards.
Cool. There we go. That's 21 to halftime.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's going to be... I'm going to go for I'm going for an own goal.
Really?
Own goal, yeah. Cross comes in from Messi, hits...
Saliba
on the leg.
No, Arsenal fans don't
and goes in.
Please, I'm joking.
Total goals combined. We're gonna say 4 to 5 or 2 to 3.
Now let's go. We're here for the World Cup. We're here for goals.
4 to 5.
4 to 5. 3-2, baby.
Well, I was saying last night, me and Jay were watching. What we haven't seen this World Cup yet is 2 big nations slug it out. Like we score, you score, we score, you score. So that'd be nice. Total corners. Let's go for 13 plus.
Yeah,
let's go for 13 plus on there. Max it. Yellow cards, 4 to 5 or more. Do you know? I'm not going to say this. Both these teams have been given favourable decisions throughout this. I'm going to go to 2 to 3.
Yeah. They keep it low.
2 to 3 on this, and no red cards.
Yeah, no
reds either. So that's our predictions in, people. Get yours done now with Hitch. Get the app downloaded. They're locked in, and they are in place, and they are good to go. Although I didn't press screen record, so you won't be able to see it on the screen. Just going to take our word for it. I didn't press.
We apologise for the technical error of Terry Lewis.
There we go. But people, listen.
Terry.
Go on.
This is the last time we're going to be doing this.
It is the last morning show we'll be doing because this time tomorrow we'll actually be pretty much back in the UK. So back building up ready. We'll probably have a top 6 show out very soon as well because the Prem's back and Carabao Cup's back. But I want to say it's been an absolute pleasure, my bro. It really, really has. It's been a pleasure. More content later today, more transfer news, more build-up to the Premier League returning. And, of course, the match reaction to the final will be in the media centre ready to do that. So make sure you're tuning in. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. Thank you, Doha. And we'll see you all again soon.
Let's go, baby. World Cup. Let's do this.